Continue from my last save? Hell yeah. Welcome back. I'm some guy you've never heard of, and this is the tale of Naarifin the Skald? I give thanks to the Lady Mara for this extended period of peace, calm, and study. All right. Good morning, Lucian. How's my favorite Imperial today?
Something on your mind?
I know I've said this a handful of times lately, but I am glad you are here, my friend.
Ah, I'm glad you're here too. In a strictly friendly way, you
Yes,
understand.
I know, Lucian.
I know you're wearing
I
that
know.
amulet and everything, and I just wanted to...
Yes,
You know.
I know, I got it.
Oh, just hug me.
I shall. Nope, we're dancing this time. Fantastic. I'm supposed to study my loot books. I have so many books to drop off at home right now. Where did we go? No, where are my loot books? Did those guards steal my loot books? Or have I not gotten the loot books yet?
Good to see you.
You too. Sorry.
Today's song speeds you along.
No! What's happened to my books? I don't even have my flute or drum books anymore.
I used to dream about being a student here, but I don't know. I don't feel the same anymore. I'm having so fun adventuring together with you.
Well, you know, while I'm taking courses here, you could be doing the same. I really don't plan on going back to adventuring until I've graduated and am officially a bard.
Anesia told me that her friend Jelena so much admires the waterfalls in Markov. She often goes there to visit a friend who owns the Hag's Cure.
Return to our youth, to the days come regarding.
The question is just about done. There's drum box.
Interesting.
It's so good to be here, together with you.
And the flute books. Now, where are the loot books? Please tell me there are loot books in here.
At times you are a bit crazy, but I do like you.
Speaking to me or someone else. Oh. Where are the books I need to study?
What is love handles? Have I got love
Oh
handles?
my god, Vilya. How many times do I have to explain that to you? Hopefully you're asking someone else this time. There we go.
Windhelm could need more people.
Lucian,
Good morning.
I need to trade some things with you, my friend.
Donations are always appreciated. Oh, you want the stuff back? We can discuss that later.
Oh, take my ingredients, please. Oh no, I've overloaded you. Oh well, never mind. I was actually going to ask you to hold on to some of those books for me, but I think we're good right now. Alright, now I will study.
What a place.
Actually, how am I doing?
Oh, how often I have daydreamed about being accepted here.
I should probably eat something, have some lunch, breakfast, whatever. Alright, the last time I was carrying an apple pie around for myself, I never got around to eating it, and it became moldy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and eat this apple pie, and wash it down with some of my father's favorite Haunting Brew mead. Alright, now I shall read. I'm full, my thirst is quenched. The Lute, Volume 1, Construction, by Inge Six Fingers. A lute is a plucked string instrument with a neck and a deep round back enclosing a hollow cavity, usually with a sound hole or opening in the body. Variations of this elegant instrument are found across the world. It is the most difficult instrument to craft due to more complex form compared to the drum and the flute. The strings are attached to pegs or posts at the end of the neck, which have some type of tuning mechanism to enable the player to tighten the tension on the string or loosen the tension before playing, which respectively raise or lower the pitch of a string, so that each string is tuned to a specific pitch or note. The lute is plucked or strummed with one hand, while the other hand presses down the strings on the neck's fingerboard. By pressing the strings on different places of the fingerboard, the player can shorten or lengthen the part of the string that is vibrating, thus producing higher or lower pitches. The ideal sound of a lute is loud and warm. This requires good materials, as lesser materials will negatively impact the sound. Lutes are made almost entirely of wood. The soundboard is a teardrop-shaped, thin, flat plate of resonant wood. In all lutes, the soundboard has a single, sometimes triple, decorated sound hole under the strings, called the rose. The sound hole is not open, but rather covered with a grill in the form of an intertwining vine, or a decorative knot, carved directly out of the wood of the soundboard. The back or the shell is assembled from thin strips of hardwood called ribs, joined with glue, edge to edge, to form a deep rounded body of the instrument. There are braces inside of the soundboard to give it strength. The neck is made of light wood, with a veneer of hardwood to provide durability against the wear of fingers. The frets are made of loops of gut tied around the neck. They fray with use and must be replaced from time to time. The final material needed to complete an impressive lute are the strings, which are mounted flush on the neck. Let me stretch my legs. Just let me stretch my legs. Maybe study a little bit before I can. Oh, there's a class.
Let's try something a bit more. Go ahead,
There once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead.
That was better, Atav. Add a bit of emphasis on Ragnar and Red.
Remember, it's your job to deliver these songs, to excite the crowd, draw them in, and they will love you for it.
There
I
are
wish
so
only to graduate
many
and enroll with the
interesting
Legion.
books.
My drums will lead our troops to victory.
Alright, that seems to be the class.
What
No
are you
instructions
going to
usually
do
going
after
on.
you graduate? I'm thinking of joining the Legion. I hear they're looking for scouts. Just like me, a war bard.
Lady Atia has already arranged for me to perform
This
in
time
the court
let's
of the
try
Jarl of
the
Falkreath.
Age of Aggression.
I will demonstrate for the class.
I think the empty classroom over here would be good.
Did I ever tell you just how happy I am to be here with you?
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and study some of my spell notes again. I'll spend 2 more hours on fox skin, and then I'll resume my loot studies. The Lute, Volume 2, Instrument Care, by Inge Sixfingers. The proper care of a lute is just as important as your skill in playing it. An instrument that is not properly maintained will sound lifeless and dull, which no proper bard ever wants. Your lute should be stored correctly to prevent any displacement of the delicate assembled wood. If the wood moves, it can affect the sound, the fingerboard, alignment, and the tuning of the instrument. There are some key things to remember when caring for your lute, or a lute. It should be kept away from profound changes in temperature. Keep your lute away from open flames and limit its exposure to direct sunlight. The ideal temperature to store a lute is warm, and you should avoid major temperature changes. You should also keep your lute protected from rain or snow, but you don't want to prevent it from being exposed to the open air. Cleaning your lute is a simple job. You need only a soft cloth or cowhide to do this. Any difficult areas or dirt will need a small amount of water, but must be dried immediately afterward to prevent water damage. The strings need to be cleaned with something a little stronger to remove the grease and dirt from your fingertips. Even if you wash your hands before performing, you will dirty your strings. Rum is a good choice for cleaning the strings, but be mindful to keep the alcohol away from the body of the lute. Apply the alcohol to the strings only and then wash off quickly. Washing the strings daily is recommended. Alright. How do things go? I'm going to study a bit more. What's in this room? Nowhere to sit.
Must you push like that?
Oh, sorry, Lucien. I didn't mean to push.
Heard any news lately?
Nah, I don't think so.
Alright, let's do a little more spell study. Spend another 2 hours on
I
fox skin.
met Baroncia recently. Quite a piece of work.
How can I argue with that?
And The Lute, Volume 3, Performance Techniques by Inge Sixfingers. The lute is an instrument that a bard spends a lifetime to master. You must be patient with yourself as you learn this marvelous instrument, and must also strive for your best. The lute is played with the fingers, 4 fingers on each hand. The left hand uses all the fingers, less the thumb. The right hand uses the thumb, index, middle, and ring. The nails on the left hand need to be kept very short so that the pads of the fingers can press the strings down, touching the fingerboard without hindrance. Long fingernails will get in your way and can drag across the wood of your lute, causing damage. The nails on the right hand can be kept long if you wish, particularly the thumb, as you will use these nails to pluck the strings to give a nice loud sound. Finger exercises are extremely important and need to be done daily. Clapping the hands together several times helps relax the hands. Then shake the hands out so that they are loose. Place the hands gently on a flat surface, such as a table, and lift each finger up and down, one at a time. First with straight fingers, using the first knuckle, then with bent fingers, using the second knuckle. Try to get each finger to work separately from the others. Pay particular attention to the fourth and fifth fingers. They will need to work well separately when playing. Next, make your hands into firm fists and release several times. You are now ready to begin some warm-up scales on the lute. Alright. Let me just study some more. And then let the lute sink in. And then I will go take the exam. But first, let me finish studying fox skin. And I've mastered fox skin. What does that do, actually? Improves the warmth reading of the caster by 10 points for 181 seconds. That's an apprentice level spell. That's a fairly minimal effect. Interesting. Alright, Lucian, let's go find Maluka.
It takes two things.
Hopefully this time it won't take me several laps on the college.
I wish only to graduate in a
There she is.
legion. My drums will
No,
lead
I
our
don't
troops
think
to
so.
victory.
Good to see you.
You
How
as
go your
well.
studies?
I'm ready for my lute
I'm
examination.
glad to hear that. I warn you that in order to pass, you must answer all of the questions correctly. This is your final oral test. You're doing a great job, so don't give up now. The lute is my favorite instrument, and I hope that you enjoyed learning about it. Are you sure that you are ready?
I am ready.
Alright, first question. What are the parts the shell of a lute is made of called?
Parts of the shell? Those are ribs.
Correct. Next question. Which of these is not part of a lute? Neck, shell, strings, or reed?
That would be reed.
Correct. Next question. True or false? Cold is the ideal temperature to store a lute.
That's false.
Correct. Next question. How often should the strings of your lute be cleaned?
Daily.
Correct. Next question. On which hand should you keep your nails short?
Oh, I wasn't paying as much attention as I should have been to the book at that point. Uh, was that my... No, that was my left hand.
Correct. Final question. True or false? The lute is my favorite instrument.
Well, unless you were just lying to me a moment ago, I'm gonna say that's true.
You're right. That's very true. Very well done. You've passed the last oral examination. The last part of your training is the lute musical evaluation. Now that you've passed your oral exam, you can craft a lute or purchase one from the headmaster. When you're ready for the evaluation, come and find me.
Well, I already have a lute, so
Good to see you.
I'm ready for my evaluation.
I'm glad to hear that. Please, go ahead and play me a song.
I shall.
Arya is quite talented. At least that was Partia says. I bet I'm not half as talented as you.
Where did she get off to? Why does she always walk away once she when she tells me to perform for her? So how did I do?
That wasn't bad, but you need more practice. Attend music class and play your instrument a few more times to get the hang of it.
She just gets intimidated when she's in class. and can't
Yes,
sing.
Professor.
I think someone has a crush on you.
I think I would like to go practice outside. Get some nice fresh air. Oh my, look at that view. Maybe coming outside wasn't the best of ideas. I got distracted by the beautiful scenery. Oh, that must be the Blue Palace up there. Alright, I guess I will practice some more.
Hello there.
Alright, this is a good spot to perform from. Let's go to the Winking Skeever and see if the innkeeper will be willing to let me perform there again. I did not mean to say that. Oh, I'm so lucky that didn't hit anyone.
Where is that blasted assistant of mine?
I don't know. What's this about a
I once
blasted
captained a
assistant?
ship called the
Winter.
Archway.
No.
She struck an iceberg
Wintry.
and went down.
It
just north
betrays
of
its
town.
wintry master. That's it. Let's see that fool of a Nord top this.
Pop, what? What are you working on?
Only the greatest poem ever conceived. Well, half conceived. But 3 more years and it shall be finished. I can't wait to see the look on that stupid Nord's face when my very words rise from the page and become the sun.
Alright. How long have you been working on this poem?
Well, typically, something of this stature requires decades to perfect. Even for someone of my talents, it has taken months to get this far. Yet I have made significant progress nonetheless. Perhaps you would like me to bless you with a verse?
I would be honored to hear your words.
You're well-mannered, Sirrah. The honor is mine to read to one so noble, but I assure you the pleasure will be all yours. This poem is based on a vacant home I passed by in Whiterun, following a mounted duel with a Nord.
Being old's not so bad.
The
Daughter
cave
keeps
is
me
the
fed.
heart where the dragon tongue sings, and the torchbug pens poetry upon a naked leaf. Here lie 7 generations of smells, where beds never cool and windows never shut their eyes. Where on a middas of sun's dusk the sky betrays its wintry master, where the sun dances with the nightshade and spells cast calm on the day.
I will remain silent.
You aren't applauding. No, applause is meant for half-wit apprentices who fancy themselves masters. But you are beyond applause. You have achieved pure ecstasy from having my poetic brandy poured down your ears. Do not worry. You need not say a word, for you already know that nothing you say will suffice.
What's the cause of this rift between you and the Nord?
How should I know? He's the one who started this quarrel, but I aim to finish it, and I just about have. Just 3 more lines.
You have a lot of animosity considering you don't even know how this started.
Why wouldn't I have animosity for the one who continues to befoul my honor, and do so in a fashion that even a coward would find reproachful? I've challenged him to as many duels as he has fleas, but he has bribed, cheated, lied, and stolen to ensure his survival. Now he simply opts to flee.
What is this Nord's name?
I don't know his name and I don't care to. I imagine to utter it would be some sort of Daedric malediction opening a portal to oblivion.
Bet I can down this ale faster.
You'll know him by his looks.
In your
He's as
dreams,
ugly as a shalk,
I
as
win.
graceful as a
6
golem,
pounds
and as
on you.
fat as a sea drake. And much like those drakes of Blackmarsh, his entire existence is an utter abomination.
Alright, how will a poetry duel be any different?
Simple. Words travel with you. They stick to the inside of your mind. My verse will worm its way into his mind like a poison, gnawing away at the tips until it burrows a hole to the heart of madness. It is not death I speak of, but the death of his dream. I will make him weep until the widows pity his soul, and then I will kill him.
Nice. What is the poem about?
Yes, undoubtedly you wish to know my authorial intent. While there are countless deeper meanings, the basis of the poem is about how caves are a home for the undead whose winter never comes.
Speaking of the undead, your eyes.
A hereditary affliction. I have my father's eyes. It is a mark of noble ancestry.
Ah. Gotcha. How will you find him if you don't know his name?
Easy. You can find him by his smell. When it comes time to deliver my poem, I'll follow that specific trail, to my nose's regret. The smell he emits is unlike any other. It's as if all the world's mildew collected in a single boot and was left to ferment in a dragon's anus.
Ooh.
I dare
Not
say
bad.
he must be a werewolf of some kind, the way he drags his hairy knuckles on the dirt.
You think he's a werewolf. Maybe he thinks you're a vampire.
Coming from him, I'll take that as a compliment. Clearly, he's throwing spit to the wind and hoping it hits something other than his face.
Can you tell me about your duels?
Of course. In fact, I was waiting for you to ask. Which deal shall I relate to you? The 2 I recall most vividly was the bare-knuckle brawl and the duel of spiced wine.
Tell me of the duel of spiced wine.
Ah, that day the Nord was here in solitude. The fat boar asked me, "What is it this time? Dice? Daggers?" But I told him my weapon of choice was wine. It was a drinking duel. We spread 21 bottles on a table and took 10 each at random. The remaining bottle was a cure disease potion.
Yep, there's that quintessentially innie.
What was the potion for?
It would be given to the winner. Of course, it could only be imbibed when one of us had died from intoxication.
Did you take any breaks?
Yes. After 5 bottles, if we were both standing, we would take a break. We both were allowed to eat, provided the food came from the inn. The brute went for a haunch. I made no such request. I walked behind the counter and plucked my choice from the rack.
What did you choose?
Garlic. Earlier, my servant had asked the local alchemist what foods would help me resist poison. That was one of them.
Aha!
With that, victory was assured. The Nord was halfway through bottle number 7, but it's then that his monkey lips curled into a smile.
Oh? Why the smile?
Because he was up to no good. I could already see the flies milling about in his head when he smashed the bottle on the table. Then, like a frenzied troll, the fiend swung the broken glass at my neck. I was about to demand his head for breaking the rules when I realized my mistake. I said our weapons would be wine bottles, but I failed to specify in what way. With idiots, you have to explain things without implications.
Ah. Where is your servant now?
I've sent him off on an important errand. Nothing more needs to be said.
It's been a good week, my boy. Loud customers mean good cheer, and good cheer means a full tin.
Okay.
You know, I had to
Alright, well, thank you. It was nice meeting you and hearing your tale. I hope you have a good day and things go well the next time you meet this Nord.
Oh, hello.
Don't be a silly.
Is there some reason you've been staring at me while I talk to this gentleman?
People in solitude need to learn the value of charity.
Indeed.
She's one of your favorite girls.
Ah! That's it. I'm not retiring, ever. End of discussion.
It's too bad the burning of King Olaf was called off this year. I think some of the
Seems
younger
there's
bards
always
really
more
gotten
to be
a kick
done.
out of it. Well, you can understand.
Welcome to the
Elizabeth.
winking skeever, friend.
It is a shame.
Could I please, what was it? I'd like to perform here, my good man.
Of course.
This drink's on me.
Thank you.
Oh, if you insist. Feel free to make requests.
I request that you not play
Welcome
because
to the
I'm
center
going
of
to.
The world. Or at least my brother Eriker's world.
I'll set up right here.
Can I buy a drink?
I've only been a part of the Red Wave's crew for a few weeks. But I've already learned to stay out of Captain Safia's way. Forget wine, women, and wealth. Give me a calm sea and a good book, and I'm happy.
This drink's on me.
Thank you, folks.
Being
Thank
friends
you.
with the bartender's son has its advantages, huh?
Have you met my dear brother Eriker?
No, I have
the
not.
man's as trustworthy as a Khajiit goldmonger.
Can I buy you a drink, darling?
Alright, you've been great. You've been a wonderful crowd. Let me grace you with one more song before I be on my way. I will dedicate this one to,
Or at least my brother Eric.
my lovely fiance.
Was your Dane's training at the college? Absolutely not. I prefer to be near enough to come visit, but free to come and go as I please.
Bring up some more mead, my boy. This cask's nearly tapped.
Yes, Father. Which cask
Have
should
you
we
met
open?
my dear brother Erica? The man's as trustworthy as a Khajiit goldmonger.
So exciting when new folk
Thank
come
you,
into
thank
town.
you.
I bet you've had plenty of adventures.
Feel free to make
Excuse
There's
me,
nothing
miss.
like a good song to lift the spirit in troubled times.
Oh, you're a bard? Excellent. I'm an aspiring bard myself. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have anything, interesting to say.
You should think about staying the night. Corpulus keeps a clean inn.
I have a dorm at the college right now.
Capable of appreciating my work.
Have a drink.
Such is the
Rest your
tragedy
feet
of
and stay a little while.
Oh, that's so sweet of you.
Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, let me
Welcome to the center
let the
of
innkeeper know
world.
that I'm done.
Or at least my brother Eric's world.
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend.
I'm done for now, my friend.
Thank you. Here, this is for you.
Most kind, thank you.
Always more to be done. Being old's not so bad. I'm too old to work, but that don't make me too old to drink.
You're too old to work?
Need something? Take my advice. Never gamble. Damn Ernskar has me in debt up to the eyes.
Oh, you're in debt to Ernsker?
Too many drinking games, too many bets, and I'm too old to ever raise the coin on my own.
Oh, that's tragic. I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm sure.
Too
many drinking games.
What if I talk
He's
to
a
Ernsker?
stubborn oaf. I don't know what good it'll do.
I've been looking for
to
you.
my daughter, Yvette.
Got something I'm supposed
She's
to
the
deliver.
brains of the family.
Your hands only.
Oh.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
Go for it.
Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
It's a letter from Sven. Interesting. I suppose he misses us. Naarifin Foxfang. I have finished the book you recommended. You know, the Feyfolken trilogy? As you said, it really was worth the read. I'll try to read Among the Draugr as well by the time we next meet. I'm sure we'll have so much to talk about. Your friend, Sven. Oh. I don't actually remember recommending those books, but now I have to read them so that we can discuss them. I'm going to get a little more practice in, and then tomorrow morning, I'll take I think that'll be my final exam, actually. Alright, let's return to the college.
The power of old, the voice of the Dragonborn.
Whoops.
You know what? If I see her before I get to the dorm room, I'll just ask her if I can take the exam then.
Youngest
If not,
bard
I'll
of the
sleep
Bard's
on it.
College, at your service.
Okay. How young are you?
Anything I can do for you, I will.
Mistress,
How go your studies?
I'm ready for my loot evaluation.
I'm glad to hear that. But let me take a look at your bard journal to see how much you've been practicing first.
I've spent a good chunk of the days practicing. What do you
I
think?
think you're ready to play for me again. Go ahead and perform any song of your choice.
I shall. That is not what I meant to do. I wouldn't dance on the stairs.
Hello.
How was my performance?
You did a great job. It's clear that you've been practicing. I'm so proud of the work you've done. In fact, I think you're now the fastest student to ever go through the Bard's College.
Am I finished with my studies?
That's the end of your formal training at least. You'll find that your skills will keep improving as you ply our trade. But I do have one last lesson to impart. No exams or evaluations. Just one last thing I'd like to teach you.
I'm listening.
Spellsong magic, a form of tonal magic used by bards. It isn't well known, and in truth may be new or maybe old and only recently rediscovered. But highly skilled bards can use the right arrangement of notes to create magical effects. You're skilled enough that I think you can use this magic. The power you can access is determined by your skill as a bard, though you still have to have magical power to use the spells.
How do I learn the spell songs?
The Spellsong Scriptorium is in the East Classroom. There you can copy the musical notations that the Bard's College has gathered over the centuries. Some spell songs may be beyond your current understanding, so review the research in the future as your skill improves. Just be careful. This isn't knowledge we teach to most bards.
How do I use the spell songs?
Your ability to use the spell songs is tied to your skill as a bard and your endurance. Using spell songs will drain you physically, but as you grow stronger, you'll be able to use more and more powerful songs. I warn you, the need to play music does make it slow compared to many schools of magic.
That is all my questions then.
All right. If you have questions later about the spell songs, I'll be happy to speak with you. But enough of serious conversations. It's time for you to be inducted and begin your life as a bard of the Bard's College.
Aren't I a full bard now?
Not yet. You have to be formally inducted. Viermo likes to celebrate those who graduate from the college. He told me that he has a task he'd like you to perform before he inducts you. Don't worry, I'm sure it won't be anything too bad. He's just sore that I accepted you without making you do tasks for me first.
Alright. Well... Oh, it's getting late. We should call it a night. There we go. Alright, I think I'll have some ale and a sweet roll. Alright, good night, Lucian. I thank you, Lady Mara, for how things have gone.
What are you going to do after you graduate? I'm thinking of joining the Legion.
Alright, let's go find this spell song scriptorium that she mentioned. I'm sorry, did I accidentally push
You're
you?
here, right? Welcome to the Bard's College. It's like a musical museum.
Alright, in one of the classrooms there's a spell song scriptorium.
I wouldn't dare to play the flute in front of Panthea. I would be so afraid that she would tell me I had no talent whatsoever.
I always wanted to play together with other bards.
It's so nice to just talk a little, you and I. I was just thinking, would you be interested if I told you a little about myself?
Sure.
Yes?
Oh, never mind then.
Goodbye.
No, this isn't it. You said in a classroom, or is it in here?
Your solo performance is about a week away. I expect to hear your early rendition tomorrow, understand?
Oh, thank you. I've been working on an original piece. I hope it can stand up to the classics.
Maybe this is it?
Tidings.
Go ahead.
There we go.
Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun.
Oh, I need paper and quills.
That was better, Atav. Add a bit of emphasis on Ragnar and Red.
Remember, it's your job to
Oh, I can craft songbooks here as well.
draw them in.
You know the dragonborns come.
Ataf keeps making eyes at me.
You should tell him to mind his own business.
Aya, you're so mean. I don't think he means anything by it.
Have it your way, then.
There's paper right here. Are there any quills around?
Yes? Ba 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 da 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 da.
Your performance has been excellent lately, Aya. You still need training, but one day you will make an adequate singer.
Yes, Dean. Thank you.
This time, let's try the Age of Aggression. I will demonstrate.
Lucian, remind me to collect paper and quills.
Drink to our youth, to the days
Come and gone. The age of aggression is just about done. Alright, let's go find Viarmo.
You see, all you need is a bit of spirit. Any song can be made into a classic.
Excuse me, please, Lucian.
Sorry, after you.
Oh, no, you're in the doorway. There we go. I already contacted her. Oh, I'm supposed to take Bilya back to Wilbert. Alright, I'm supposed to go speak with Viarmo. Viarmo, where are you? There's my Rigmore. Sometimes bugs me that I get possessive of people. Mayhap he is down here. College seems a little on the empty side right now. We're going to acquire some of this food.
What can I do for you?
Nothing. I'm looking for Viarmo. Doesn't appear to be in here. Oh, this is that mostly empty, area that I picked the lock to earlier.
I think Ruby's better than Dean Pantea actually knows. She just gets intimidated when she's in class and can't sing.
I think someone has a crush on you.
Good day.
Yes?
Alright, let's check upstairs.
There is nothing
together with other bards.
No. Oh. He's sitting in our
All right,
Let's try something a bit more fun.
No, he is
Go ahead,
not.
Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to White Run from old Warwick Stead.
Well, maybe he's outside somewhere. Where is the headmaster? I want to be inducted into the as a bard.
Oh, I'm hungry. Can we get some food instead? I'm not playing with you, Kai. You play me.
Well, many of the students have just wandered out.
Youngest bard at the Bard's College, at your service.
Maybe he's at the tavern.
Unless we have specific business, I'm not interested.
Papa says I won't see Rob here anymore. But he wouldn't tell me why not.
It's funny listening to Guillermo calling everyone a fool, or trying to come with big head of hair.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, warm beds. Divine smile on you, friend.
Welcome to Solitude, home of the arts here in Skyrim.
And we'll have to talk to Viarno next time. This has been The Tale of Naarifin the Skald, and I am some guy you've never heard of. Unless, of course, you have.